Okay, this is my first private session by request, and I have one audience member and they've requested a private session, so far my close rate is 100%. So it's for you, bro. I just did a bit of meditation, I just read your question. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's see what we got. Greetings and thank you for the question. The question is, why is your brother enduring chronic pain which appears to be intensifying? What is the root cause in an energetic sense? From our perspective, it is simple, and we suspect that it is something which Andrew is already aware of. However, his resistance to acknowledging what he knows to be true is prolonging the experience and also requiring an increase in intensity of the experience. But of course, this is not something which is thrust upon him as a punishment, but is totally his own manifestation. So, it could be said there is the higher self providing him with a manifested experience which is providing feedback on who he is being so that he can calibrate and guide his way through the experiences of his life to a place of the greatest peace, the greatest flow, the greatest contentment. And it is for him only to take from the experiences of his life the guidance which he is offering to himself through the proxy of his life. Remembering always that he is not the avatar, the mind, body, personality, and his avatar is not separate from the life it is living. It is all the one substance, it is all the one medium. It is all the medium of experience of the higher self. They are the one thing. The avatar and the life it is living are all part of the same manifestation. It is the same material, the same substance. There is the appearance of delineation, demarcation between the avatar and the life it is living, but it is still the same substance. And we make this point because the life that is being lived by the avatar, as it is the same substance, the experience of the higher self, then the avatar and the substance are equally expressive of the beingness of Andrew. The experiences coming to him through his life are indeed him. They are a reflection of his energetic signature. And so, the correlation is the pain he is experiencing and the chronic nature and the escalation is feedback data on his internal state of the internal disharmony between who he is being and who he desires to be. So, if we are to be specific, we would say there is something in Andrew's life which is undone. It is something which he knows is significant and is a calling and is a necessary part of his process going forward. If he is to expand into the version of himself and the version of the life which he has in his vision, then this thing which he has been delaying, putting aside, must eventually be done. And this internal discomfort, this pee in under the mattress of the sleeping princess, that gives her unrest, that prevents her from being in a place of comfort, will not go away until the decision is made to remove it from the vision, because the pea beneath the mattress has been put there by Andrew himself. So we are not suggesting remove this thing which you know you must do but you are putting off from your vision, but we are instead saying there are two options. The first option is to do what it is you feel must be done, to delay no more, to make a start, to take action, to begin, so that you can allow yourself the ease of knowing this great task which you have delayed is now underway. And so in a sense, what has been pent up, what has been building in anticipation yet not acted on, can be dissipated into the flow, incorporated into the medium of the life, rather than being blocked, so that it builds, creating disharmony, creating a speed bump, which is manifest in the experience of your life, which is manifest as a niggling discomfort from which you struggle unsuccessfully to find peace. This is the metaphoric translation of your internal state resulting from the decisions you are making about what is your vision and how you are acting upon it. The second option, and this is equal, we are speaking in the context of what will give you peace from this chronic pain you are experiencing. There is no judgment. All actions are equal in the greater context of the accumulation of experience for the one to know itself experientially to completion. The second option being, give yourself permission to not begin. give yourself permission to put it aside. If you are going to make the decision that now is not the right time, then release it. Let it go. Give yourself permission to be at peace with this decision. Because this is what you are unable to do. And so you are straddling these two decisions, and yet doing neither of them. You are not beginning, and you are not giving yourself peace for not beginning. So as long as you straddle these two alternate options without committing to either of them, then you are going to create this internal conflict, this energetic eddy, which will manifest in your life as a niggling issue. So it is up to you. What do you choose? Be succinct in your choice. If you make a choice, then commit to that choice and let it be the only choice. Do not be in a state of multiple choices, all active at the same time, when these choices are contrary to each other. Because of course, this is a state in which peace is impossible. Decide to begin and commit fully to this decision. Or decide not to begin and commit fully to this decision. As long as you remain in a place where you have put it aside, and yet there is the continuous niggling of alternative thoughts, which are in a sense admonishing self for not beginning, criticizing self for not beginning, nagging self for not beginning. So it is a perpetual irritation. Then this will be, of course, manifested in your reality as the perpetual irritation. And as you get deeper and deeper and deeper into the passing of linear time, and yet every time you look, you have not begun, yet you're in a mindset of I must begin. Why haven't I begun? Then this will be an intensification of the experience. It will be an intensification of the metaphoric feedback you are getting from life. So what shall it be? Either option is equal. Neither option is right nor wrong. So if you were to choose one of these options, there is no mistake. There is no error. There is only unnecessary difficulty if you choose one option partially, because still you are partially committed to the other option. This is when there is erroneous mastery of your existence. This is when the internal conflict inevitably manifests as a form of conflict in your physical reality. And in this case, manifest with the body, the conflict you are having with the body. Your body not doing what you want it to do. So, if now is not the right time, truly, honestly, if you have sound justification, and this is not justification you must make to the universe, this is justification you must make to yourself, that you can say with full honesty to self that this justification is true. It is not a lie. It is not a delay. It's not a form of procrastination. This is true. I cannot begin now because of a very honest and valid reason. Then give yourself permission to not begin, to be in a state of freedom of choice, and let there be peace. Let there be a freedom internally so that you can exist within self without this internal conflict, without this guilt, without this pushing, without this niggling, nagging. Something must be done. Because through your honest communication with self and analysis of the situation, you can say justifiably that now is not the right time. And so to begin now would be detrimental, would be disadvantaged, would be conducive to an outcome less than it could be. If this is true, then that be your choice, and be at peace with that choice. However, if you know in your heart that there is no justification for not beginning, there is no true reason that you delay other than a sense of fear or a reason which you know is not a valid justification, that you know is not anything more than an excuse not to begin, a fear, a resistance for not beginning. If you know this is the truth of what is occurring, then begin. Begin. Begin without expectation. Begin without pressuring yourself. Begin for yourself. Begin with the freedom, the permission to begin in whatever way that happens. Allow it to be organic. Allow yourself to begin and let it be what it will be. Do not judge it, just allow it. If you begin and the beginning is no good, then what has been lost? What is the damage? What is there to be apprehensive about, to be fearful of? Anything? There could be, perhaps, the fear that if you begin and it is inadequate, that it does not meet the standard which you feel it must, then there has been loss. There has been waste. However, if these internal machinations which resist the initiation push you into a place of doing nothing, then is that not equally waste? So, which option do you choose? Choose and then be at peace with your choice. Ultimately, this is what matters. To be in a state of harmony with the choice that you have made. To be in a state of harmony with your internal opinion of self. So, to come to this place where this decision is made, all that is required is complete and total honesty with self. So, make the decision, not thinking of what you shall be committed to. So make the decision not in the future. Make the decision not thinking that this thing that must be done will be difficult, will be confronting, or that not doing it will be tragic, will be wasteful. But rather, make the decision in the moment now. Is now the right time to begin? Is now the moment to start? Or is now the moment to make the fully committed decision in honest justification that now is not the right time? Stand on the pinhead and make the decision in this moment now. Release what you believe these decisions will manifest as. Do not consider what struggle you will encounter down the pathway of either decision. Make the decision in this moment. What is the truth? What is real? What is my deepest honesty? And then from this place of complete and total openness to self, so that you can say unequivocally that what you have decided is the deepest, most profound truth of you in this moment. Then from this place, doubt has evaporated. You know the decision you have made is the decision stemming from the place of greatest honesty, of most profound insight. And so then that decision can be fully committed to, can be fully accepted and incorporated into who you are and what you are doing. And then the alternative to the decision can be released, can be no longer part of the ongoing background considerations, machinations, deliberations, because you are now in the state of utmost clarity, where there is no doubt, there is no indecision. So, trust yourself. Trust that you know what the right answer is. Because of course you do. You are the infinite being. And you understand clearly, fully, what is the right thing to do. And you suspect it. You know it. You know this to be true. So give yourself the opportunity to descend into the internal environment of utmost clarity, so you can find peace with this. We love you. We are proud of you, because you are at the forefront of the formation of the humanity being, the nurturing of the other aspects of the expanded self, to awaken into the unity of the single being. Thank you, and we wish you peace.